Thanks very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz show where the aim of the game is to score as few points as you possibly can. And to do that, you need to come up with the answers that no one else could think of. Let's meet today's players. So first up, we welcome Phil and Trev. Phil, how did you two know each other?
Trev and I met in 1975 when we both joined the police cadets in Staffordshire. We did our time, we served our time.
As police officers? Let me just,
and we retired 5 years ago.
What do you like to do with your retirement, Trev?
I actually have a part-time job, but during the day we look after our grandsons, and that's a pretty much full-time job, so it was easier to be in the service, actually.
Trev, what do you hope is going to come up today?
I think Prime Ministers who like status quo would be quite good for me, to be honest. Yeah.
Prime Ministers who like status quo.
Absolutely.
Yeah. OK. Phil and Trev, welcome to the show. It's great to have you here. Now, next we welcome Tom and Dave, who were on the show last time. Everyone gets 2 chances, of course, to reach the Pointless final. This is your last chance. Tom, remind us how you know each other.
We're housemates. We go to university together.
And Dave, what happened last time?
We did OK in the first round, then we got to the second round and joined the 200 club, unfortunately.
Yeah, you did really well in the first round.
We did,
Oh,
yeah.
and then the second round was albums.
Yeah.
UK #1 albums with one-word titles. Is that right?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Right.
Why were you so rubbish at that?
We hadn't seen Top of the Pops 2 lately, so...
Yeah, I know, it was all, like, proper old music, like, so...
There was a bit of new
I think on my
music.
board, the most recent year was, like, 1996, when I was, like, 4. So, what am I supposed to do?
Anyway, listen. We're going to have some up-to-the-minute stuff today, I'm absolutely sure. Tom, what would you like it to be?
Don't know, football again, Pokemon. I like my Pokemon. I drink a lot of milk, so I'll go for a dairy product.
What? Tom, back a bit. You drink a lot of milk?
Yeah, I drink about 6 to 8 pints a day of milk, so...
And I pay for them, so...
Yeah.
I did this weekend.
How are your calcium levels?
Pretty high, I think. Also, my blood pressure is very high for my age, and I've got the cholesterol level of a obese 50-year-old.
Yes, it's the gift that keeps on giving then, isn't it, Tom? That's very, very best of luck to you, Tom and Dave. And next, we welcome Ruth and Neil. Now, how do you two know each other, Neil?
Ruth and I work together in the same bank. I'm Ruth's manager, and Ruth does all the work. I take all the credit, so it works out pretty well for me.
And where is this, Ruth?
So we both used to work together in Cardiff, but I've recently moved to London a couple of months ago, so luckily I only have to speak to Neil on the telephone these days.
Now then, Ruth, what do you like to get up to when you're not working at the bank?
When I was in Cardiff, I used to be a Girl Guide leader, so a lot of craft, a lot of camping, but obviously I've moved to London, so I left my guide unit behind in Cardiff, so...
That was irresponsible.
I know.
Neil, how about you? What do you like to get up to?
I'm a big music fan, so I'm hoping for some music rounds today. Go to Glastonbury most years.
So music, festival, travel, camping equipment, all of these will be good.
Camping equipment would be fantastic.
Very good. Neil and Ruth, a warm welcome to the show. It's lovely to have you here. And finally, we welcome Anne and Vicky. Now, how do you two know each other, Vicky?
This is my mum, so I've known her all my life.
All your life. Now, where are you from, Anne?
Cambridge.
From Cambridge. And what do you do in Cambridge?
I'm a singing teacher.
A singing teacher? What sort of singing do you teach?
Any sort of technique, from rock stars up to opera stars.
What do you like to get up to, Vicky?
I like musical theatre, so going to see shows, going to see concerts, watching TV at the moment, that comes up. I've watched a lot of Jeremy Kyle recently, so anyone that's been on that would come up.
OK, good. Any of those kind of subjects? Yeah. It's been a while since we had a fight.
It's been a little while, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are due one, aren't we?
Yeah, God, yes, I should think any day now.
Oh, will you remind me at the end of the show, I need to tell you something about your wife. Now... Did you see the episode of Jeremy Carr the other day about the guy who drinks 8 pints of milk every day?
Good. A very warm welcome to both of you. We'll find out more about all of you throughout the show as it goes along. There's only one person left for me to introduce. He sniffs out obscurity like a hungry dog with the smell of food in its nostrils. It's my pointless friend, it's Richard.
Oh, yeah. Hi, everyone. Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
And we've got 2 coppers on podium 1, haven't we? Yeah. You know what? I don't buy all this retired nonsense. Yeah? They never retire. Never really retire. Look at the 2 of them. Have you noticed Trev does that thing? He pretends to be smiley and all that. You know what? Imagine sitting across an interrogation table from Trev. That smile comes on, then Phil wanders in with a cup of tea, and Trev goes just mental. You can imagine, can't you?
Good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, I think you might be playing good contestant, bad contestant.
Bad cop,
during
worse
today's
cop.
show. Round 1 today, I think, is guaranteed to make everyone go, ooh. So how about that?
OK.
Round 1, that's going to be the reaction.
All our questions on Pointless have been put to 100 people before the show. In order to get through to the final round and be in with a chance of winning the jackpot, our contestants need to find the obscure answers those 100 people didn't get. So the fewer of the 100 people who knew the answer, the fewer points you will score. Now, what everyone's trying to do, of course, is to find a pointless answer. That's an answer that none of our 100 people gave. And each time that happens, we will add £250 to the jackpot. Nobody won the jackpot last time, so we add another £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off at £2,000. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. OK, in this first round, each of you must give me one answer and you cannot confer with your partner. Whichever pair has the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated, so try and make sure that's not you. OK, our first category today is words. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many words ending in double O as they could. Words ending in double O. Richard.
We're looking for any word which has its own entry in the Oxford Dictionary of English that ends OO. Please, as always, no hyphenated words or proper nouns. Very, very best of luck. There's lots of good words in this round. Lots of good words to have a go at home here.
OK, now then, Phil and Trev, you all drew lots before the show, and today you are going to go first. And Phil, you have stepped up to the podium first.
Rack my brain and I can come up with igloo.
Igloo, says Phil. Igloo. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many people said igloo. Absolutely right. $17. Sounds good to me. 17 for igloo.
Yeah, well done. The Inuit word for a dome-shaped house, usually built out of blocks of solid ice.
Tom.
I think it's a word. Kazoo.
Kazoo, says Tom. Kazoo. Let's see, how many people said kazoo? Is it right? Absolutely right. Oh, Tom. Very, very well done indeed. Kazoo scores you 1.
Good answer, Tom. A very simple, small musical instrument. It's a funny noise, isn't it, a kazoo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neil. So remember, we are looking for words ending in double O.
So Ruth's generally better at these type of rounds, so I'm going to play it safe and go for tattoo.
Tattoo, says Neil. Tattoo. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said tattoo. Three. Wow. Tattoo.
Tattoo. You got a tattoo?
Yeah. No, I haven't. I haven't. Why is a tattoo either something you have inked permanently, remember that, kids, permanently, permanent, they're there forever.
But they are cool. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, or as a military tournament.
Why does one word mean two different things?
Well, yes, I know, but is there any link between the two? Is there any link at all?
No.
So then, Vicky, we come to you.
Well, fortunately, no one's stolen my word, because I only had one word, and I'm hoping it'll be fairly low. Taboo.
Taboo. Someone was going to say it. OK, let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said taboo. It's right. Four for taboo.
Yeah, something you're forbidden from mentioning or doing for religious or social reasons.
OK, well, we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at the scores as they stand. Tom and Dave, wonderful low score there from you, Tom. Looking very strong indeed on 1, then up to 3, where we find Neil and Ruth, up to 4, where we find Vicky and Anne, then up to 17, where we find Phil and Trev. Phil paying the price there, I think, of going first. Always the way with these words rounds, I think. But luckily, he's got Trev to back him up. So, Trev, if anyone can save you, get you through to the next round, I'm sure it is you. Best of luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, so we are looking for words ending in double O, Anne. Words ending in double O. The high scorers are Trev and Phil on 17. You're on 4. A score of 12 or less sees you through to the next round.
I have 2 possibles, the one I'm sure of. Hullabaloo.
Oh, she's good. Hullabaloo. Here is your red line. If you can get below that red line with hullabaloo, you are through to the next round. Is it right? How many people said hullabaloo? It's right. Very well done. 3 for hullabaloo. Takes your total up to 7.
Yes, a commotion or a fuss. Well done, Anne. Very well done on the final podium there, Anne and Vicky.
Now then, Ruth. You're on 3. The high scorers are still Trev and Phil on 17. A score of 13 or less sees you through to the next round.
Well, I had 2 in my head as well. One of them a safe bet and one a bit more of a gamble. Hullabaloo was going to be my gamble. So I'm going to go with the one that I think should be a safe bet and say cuckoo.
Cuckoo, says Ruth. Cuckoo. How many people said that? It's right. You've done it. 3. 3 for cuckoo. Takes your total up to 6.
Yeah, exactly the same score, funnily enough. As I say, lots of very low scorers on this one. I think there's such a lot of words that people know.
Now then, Dave. Tom scored 1. I think what would be right, fit, meet, proper would be for you to score nothing. So we are looking for words ending in oo, double O.
And I'm going to say vindaloo.
Let's see, how far down will vindaloo go? Is it right? It is right. And you're through. Oh, very well done. You equal Tom's low score of 1. It takes your total up to 2. Very well done indeed.
Oh, we're getting so close to pointless answers here from everybody. Well played again. There are lots of pointless answers out there as well. But vindaloo, a very hot and spicy curry.
Now then, Trev, I'm afraid you are the high scorers even before you've given your answer.
Probably to reflect where we are at the moment, I'm going to go with poo.
Looking forward to your bit. OK. There's no red line for you. You've already crossed it. Let's see how many people said it. Poo. Nine. There you are, 9 takes your total up to 26.
Oh, Trev. Really, until very recently, safeguarding our streets. I tell you what, you can tell you're spending plenty of time with your grandchildren. There's plenty of pointless answers out there, actually. Let's see how good your memory is. A few shows ago, we mentioned the name of a penguin in one of the rounds, which would have been a pointless answer in this round. Can you remember?
Yes. It's called a... Yes. I can't remember. I do remember it. I remember it coming up.
Yeah. It's called a Gentoo.
Gentoo.
Yeah.
A Gentoo.
That would have been a pointless answer. Well done if you said that. There's quite a few more. Let's take a look at a few of them. Well done to anyone who said aloo, which of course Indian potatoes would go very nice with your vindaloo. Ballyhoo would have been a pointless version of hullabaloo, means much the same. Buckaroo, which is an informal name for a cowboy. Cockapoo, which of course is a mix between a cocker spaniel and a poodle. A cockapoo. Didgeridoo, we all know. Peekaboo, oh, that's a pointless answer. Smackaroo, big kiss, switcheroo to change something at the last minute, and wallaroo, which is a cross between a wallaby and a kangaroo. Even kangaroo would have only scored you 5 points, funnily enough. There's a few other nice ones. There's boohoo, there's boogaloo, there's wazoo, which is an American name for your backside, as in boohoo, I've got a didgeridoo up me wazoo.
Yeah.
Take a look at the worst answers, the most popular answers. 2 only scored 20 points. Zoo, 20 also. And right at the top on 25, Lou.
Very good indeed. Thank you, Richard. So at the end of our first round, the losing pair with the highest score, I'm afraid, a lovely low score as well, 26. You'd be glad of that in any round, normally. So listen, Trev, Phil, a great waste. We have to let you go so early, but we will see you again next time, and we'll look forward to that very much. Meanwhile, thanks very much for playing, Trev and Phil.
Thank you.
But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Now, obviously, there's only going to be room for 2 pairs in our head-to-head round, so one of the pairs in front of me now will be leaving us at the end of this round. Best of luck to all pairs. Our category for round 2 today is weddings. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, our question concerns women who married famous men. Women who married famous men. Richard.
Yeah, on each pass, we're going to show you the names of 6 women and the year in which they married a famous man. Can you name that man, please? Nice obscure answer will score you fewer points, but an incorrect answer, as always, 100 points. It's going to be 12 famous men to guess in all.
OK, thanks very much, Richard. So we are looking for the famous men who married these women in the years shown. And we have got on our first board Shakira Baksh, 1973, Anne Hathaway, 1582, Debbie Rowe, 1996, Elin Nordegren, 2004, Coretta Scott, 1953, and Priscilla Beaulieu, 1967. I'll read those one last time. We've got Shakira Baksh, 1973, Anne Hathaway, 1582, Debbie Rowe, 1996, Elin Nordegren, 2004, Coretta Scott, 1953, and Priscilla Beaulieu, 1967. There we are, 6 women and the years in which they were married to famous men. Who were those men? Tom?
I see another 100 coming. I'm not going to lie. I know none of them.
Time to guess. Time to guess.
Any of them are.
Bring in your faculty of reasoning. Look at the dates.
Well, I don't know any of them, so I'm going to go Anne Hathaway, married Man Hathaway in 1582.
You know, in 16th century, they had names. OK, let's see. Man Hathaway. Is it right? How many people said Man Hathaway for Anne Hathaway? No. Alas.
Darn it. Didn't see that one coming.
Unfortunately, that's an incorrect answer, Tom, which I'm afraid means you score the maximum of 100 points. Richard?
Yeah, what would the odds be? Firstly, he's got the same surname as her, and his first name, which isn't the first name, rhymes with hers, and he's not famous. And I'll give you the correct answer at the end of the pass.
Ruth?
Well, I'm secretly a little bit glad that they got that wrong, because I'm not sure on any of them, but I think I might know one. Priscilla Beaulieu. I think, did she marry Elvis Presley?
Priscilla Beaulieu, did she marry Elvis Presley? Asks Ruth. Well, let's find out. And if she did, how many people knew that answer? Absolutely right. 60. 60 it scores, but it's right.
Yes, Priscilla Beaulieu, and that is how she pronounced it, became Priscilla Presley, of course.
So remember, we are looking for the famous men who were married to these women in the years shown. Now then, Anne, you are the last person to have this board, so you can talk us through all the answers.
All of them, every one.
If you can.
Shakira Baksh might be Michael Caine. Anne Hathaway's William Shakespeare. Debbie Rowe's Michael Jackson. I don't know the next 2, so I'll go for what I'm sure of, which is Debbie Rowe, Michael Jackson.
Debbie Rowe, Michael Jackson, says Anne. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people knew that answer. Debbie Rowe, Michael Jackson. Absolutely right. 21. Very well done indeed, Anne.
Yes, well done, Anne. I can't believe that didn't last, can you?
No.
Really weird. You took us through a few of them nicely, actually. Anne Hathaway absolutely was William Shakespeare, and that would have scored 49 points, so you did well to avoid it. Shakira Baksh, you're absolutely right as well. That was Michael Caine. So that's a very good answer. Would have scored 10 points. Ellen Nordgren. Do you know that one?
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods, very famously. Yeah, absolutely. 8 points. And Coretta Scott married Martin Luther King, and that's the best answer on the board. 2 points. Very well done if you said that.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. We're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at those scores as they stand. Anne and Vicky, very, very good scoring there. Could have been even lower if you'd gone for Shakira Baksh, but 21, good enough. Then up to 60, where we find Ruth and Neil. Then up to 100, where we find Tom and Dave. Dave, you know what you have to do.
Yeah.
Very, very best of luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 6 more women on the board, and here they are. We have got Cynthia Powell, 1962, Sonia Mino, 1968, Clementine Hosier, 1908, Jacqueline Bouvier, 1953, Ivana Zelnichkova, 1977, and Eva Duarte, 1945. I'll read those all one last time. Cynthia Powell, 1962, Sonia Mino, 1968, Clementine Hosier, 1908, Jacqueline Bouvier, 1953, Ivana Zelnichkova, 1977, and Eva Duarte, 1945. So remember, we are looking for the men who were married to these women in the year shown, and obviously, Vicky, you're going to try and find the one you think the fewest of our 100 people knew. You're on 21. The high scorers are Tom and Dave on 100. You can score 78 or less and be sure of a place in the next round.
Okay. There's a couple up there that I'm 90% on, but I'm doubting the first names of their husbands, which is never good. So I think I'll go with Eva Duarte, and I think it's Juan Perón.
Juan Perón, says Vicky. Juan Perón. Here is your red line, nice and high. If you get below that, you are through to the head-to-head. Juan Perón, is it right? How many people said it? Well done, Vicky. You are through to the head-to-head. 24. Very well done indeed. Takes your total up to 45.
Well played, Vicky. Great progress again from that final podium there. Yeah, Juan Perón, who became president of Argentina. And obviously, Eva Perón, better known as Evita.
So remember, we are looking for the famous men who were married to these women in the years shown. Neil.
I think I know 3 of the ones that are left.
OK, well, the high scorers are still Tom and Dave on 100. You're on 60, so 39 or less will see you through to the head-to-head.
I think I'm going to play the safest one I've got and go for Jacqueline Bouvier, married John F. Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy, says Neil. For Jacqueline Bouvier, here's your red line. Get below that, you're in the head-to-head. Let's see. Jacqueline Bouvier, John F. Kennedy. Is that right? How many people said it? Absolutely right. 47. 47 takes your total up to 107, Richard.
Yeah, just left the door open there for the final podium. Yeah, Jacqueline Bouvier became Jackie Kennedy. Bouvier, of course, being Marge Simpson's maiden name as well.
In an inspired piece of writing. I love that.
Yeah.
Dave.
Right.
You've been thrown a slim lifeline there.
Very slim.
OK, the high scorers are now Neil and Ruth on 107. You're on 100. 6 or less sees you through to the head-to-head. Come on, Dave.
Right.
Talk us through the board.
Okay. Ivana Zelnichkova. I don't know. Could be Boris Yeltsin. I'm not too sure. That's guessing. Sonia Mano, I've not heard of. Cynthia Powell, I've heard of. And I could probably make an educated guess at. But I think I'm going to go for Clementine Hosier, Winston Churchill.
Winston Churchill, you're going to say for Clementine Hosier. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said that as their answer. There is your red line, very low. Let's see if Winston Churchill gets you below that red line. That's right. $11.
I'm so sorry.
11 takes your total up to 111, I'm afraid, by 4 points. You are our high scorers. Richard.
That's very unlucky, Dave. It's a very good answer. You did all you could there. I think there's one pointless answer up there that would have won it for you, but I'll take you through some of the others first. Also commend your pronunciation of Ivana Zelnichkova, which is very good. But she married Donald Trump, became Ivana Trump, of course, would have scored 22. Cynthia Powell, do you know that one?
John Lennon.
Yeah, became Cynthia Lennon, absolutely, would have scored 16. And Sonia Mino is the pointless answer. It's a very, very tough answer, so very well done at home. Anyone who said Rajiv Gandhi. Rajiv Gandhi, pointless answer.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of round 2, the losing pair with the highest score, I'm afraid it's Tom and Dave. Tom and Dave. Tom.
Well, Tom, let's be fair.
Man Hathaway.
I didn't have a clue.
If someone says 1582 on a quiz, just say Shakespeare.
Right.
Or just don't say Man Hathaway. Anyway, Tom, Dave, I'm afraid this is the end of the Tom-Dave line. We have to say goodbye to you, but thanks very much for playing. Tom and Dave. But for the remaining 2 pairs, things are about to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. Well, congratulations, Anne and Vicky, Neil and Ruth. You are now only 1 round away from our final and a chance to play for the jackpot, which currently stands at £2,000. You're now going to go head-to-head, and the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. The difference, of course, is that you are now allowed to confer. Well, 2 new pairs in the head-to-head. Anne and Vicky, very, very impressive, low-scoring answering throughout those first 2 rounds, particularly that last round. How are you feeling?
Feel better now that we can talk to each other. We kind of complement each other, so it's better to be together.
Yeah, well, you can compliment each other, of course. Yes, you go ahead and do that.
Oh, good luck, darling.
I'm going to
Wonderful.
compliment you, Neil and Ruth. You're looking great. You are looking fabulous. Neil, have you been working out?
Big time.
You're looking all kind of hench. Anyway, so yes, you can now put your heads together. Anything can happen. Let's play the head-to-head. OK, here comes your first question, and it concerns human organs. Human organs, Richard.
Yes, we're going to show you 5 pictures now of organs normally found in the human body. Can you identify them, please?
OK, thanks very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 human organs, and here they are. We have got A, B, C, D, and E. There we are, 5 human organs. Anne and Vicky, you've played best throughout the show so far, so you go first.
Okay, we're not very good at science. Probably should have brought my dad along for that. But we're hoping if we say one, they won't know any of the others. Sorry. So we're going to go E and brain.
E and brain. Neil and Ruth. Did you hear what they said? They thought you wouldn't know any others.
I think we got an idea on 3 of the others.
So, yeah,
Come on.
A is a stomach. B is a liver. I think my liver doesn't look as healthy as that. Not sure on C. Maybe a gallbladder. So I think we're going to go for B and liver.
B, liver. So we have E, brain, and B, liver. Anne and Vicky said E, brain. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said brain for E.
It's not
Okay.
100.
No, it's not 100.
No, it's absolutely not 100. Neil and Ruth have said liver for B. B, liver. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. It's right, and you've won the question. 67. All of which means, after one question, Neil and Ruth, you are up 1-0. Richard.
Well played, Neil, and Ruth took us very nicely through some of the others as well, actually, because A is the stomach. That would have scored you 59. Even more impressively, C is the gallbladder. That would have scored you 20. And did you have a guess for D?
Lung.
It's not, actually. It does look like a lung, doesn't it? You can see why with the vein and the artery coming out. It's actually the spleen. Would have scored you 6 points. It's the best answer on the board.
OK, here comes your second question. Anne and Vicky, you have to win this question to stay in the game. Very best of luck. Here it comes. It concerns the Eurovision Song Contest. Now, Richard.
Yes, for this one, we're going to show you 5 questions about the Eurovision Song Contest. Can you pick the most obscure answer?
OK, thanks very much. Let's reveal our 5 things about the Eurovision. The year of the first competition. The song ABBA won the contest with in 1974. The Irish singer who went on to become an MEP. His final TV commentary for the BBC was in 2008. One for Finland with Hard Rock Hallelujah. I'll read all those one last time. The year of the first competition, the song ABBA won the contest with in 1974. The Irish singer who went on to become an MEP. His final TV commentary for the BBC was in 2008. And one for Finland with Hard Rock Hallelujah. There we are, 5 clues to facts about Eurovision. Neil and Ruth, you go first this time.
So, I said I was hoping music came up. I wouldn't particularly class this as music, but I would say song ABBA won the contest with, Waterloo.
Waterloo, say Neil and Ruth. Waterloo. Anne and Vicky, what are you going to say? You can talk us through the rest of the board if you can.
We're not sure the first year, but the Irish singer would be Dana, Wogan would be the commentator, and Lordi, one for Finland.
So we're going to go with the bottom one and say, yeah?
You sure?
Yeah, and say Lordi.
Lordi. OK, right. Neil and Ruth have said Waterloo was the song ABBA won with in 1974. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Waterloo. That's right. 60. 60 for Waterloo. Anne and Vicky are saying Lordi won for Finland with Hard Rock Hallelujah. Let's see if that's right. This is the question you have to win to stay in the game. It is right. Will it beat 60? Yes, it will. By quite a lot. Look at that. 8 for Lordi. Very well done indeed. Anne and Vicky, you've clawed it back. After 2 questions, you are back in the game. It's 1-1. Richard.
Second best answer on the board, Anne and Vicky. Very good. Had sort of an operatic kind of bent to it, didn't it? Sort of operatic heavy metal with monster movie makeup, Lordi. His final TV commentary for BBC, you're absolutely right, was Terry Wogan. That would have scored you 57 points. Also would have won you the point. The Irish singer, as you also said, was Dana, who became an MEP. That would have scored 21. And the best answer on the board is the year of the first competition. Well done to anyone who said 1956. Would have scored you 5 points.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So here comes your third question, the decider. Whoever wins this goes through to the final and plays for the jackpot. Our third question concerns mythical creatures. Mythical creatures. Richard.
For this final question, we're going to show you the names of 5 mythical creatures with alternate letters missed out. Can you fill in the gaps and pick the most obscure? Best of luck, both teams.
OK, let's reveal our 5 mythical creatures with missing alternate letters, and here they come. We have got U blank I blank O blank N, O blank R blank, P blank O blank N blank X, S blank H blank N blank, and L blank P blank E blank H blank U blank. I'll read those all one last time. U blank I blank O blank N, O blank R blank, P blank O blank N blank X, S blank H blank N blank, and L blank P blank E blank H blank U blank. There we are. 5 mythical creatures. Anne and Vicky go first again this time.
We're going to go for the 4th one down and say Sphinx.
OK, Sphinx, say Anne and Vicky. Sphinx. Neil and Ruth, talk us through the rest of the board.
So I think we know what all of the rest of them are. So I think the top one is unicorn. I think the next one down is ogre. Then phoenix, sphinx and leprechaun for the bottom one. So I think I'm going to go for ogre.
OK, you're going to say ogre for the second one. So we have Sphinx and we have ogre. In the order they were given, Anne and Vicky said Sphinx. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said Sphinx. Absolutely right. $21. $21 for Sphinx. Neil and Ruth have gone for ogre. Is it right? And if it is, will it beat 21 for Sphinx? Ogre. It is right. Will it go down below 21? Oh, no, 26.
Wow.
26. Which means Anne and Vicky, very well done. After 3 questions, you are through to the final 2-1. Brilliant.
And the 2 best answers on the board there, so very well done. Both teams did all you could there. Let's fill in the scores for the others. Unicorn would have scored you 76. Phoenix would have scored you 51. And Leprechaun would have scored you 57. Very well done if you got all 5 of those.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So our losing pair at the end of the head-to-head, it's Neil and Ruth. But wow, fantastic play. It's been great having you on the show. We'll see you again next time. We'll look forward to that very much. Neil and Ruth, thanks very much for playing. But for Anne and Vicky, it's now time for our pointless final. Congratulations, Anne and Vicky. You've fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £2,000. Well, you've done very, very well indeed. Lovely low scoring from you. I think you weren't quite the lowest scorers in the first round, but you have been the lowest scorers in subsequent rounds. You've shown a lot of brain, and then you went and chose brain as your human organ. This is the tough bit, though. This is where you'll get a choice of 5 categories, and they're always pretty tricky, these ones. So very, very best of luck. The rules are very simple, though. To win the money, all you have to do is find a pointless answer. We haven't had any pointless answers on the show today. You only have to find one now, and you will go home with that money. Firstly, you've got to choose your category, and here are your choices. We have American actors, literary thrillers, rugby, European geography, London elections.
Okay.
Not rugby.
Not rugby, not literary. It's going to be geography, isn't it?
Not elections. American actors? Are you any
I
good?
literally know like 4.
Okay. European geography.
Should we go with it? Yeah. European geography, please.
European geography it is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many non-EU countries that border the EU as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any country which is not a member of the EU, which shares a border with a country that is a member of the EU. Very, very best of luck.
OK, you now have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and all you need to win that £2,000 is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yeah.
OK, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Where's Tajikistan? Is that anywhere near? Would it
no
border
idea.
the EU countries like the Lithuanias and the ones that broke off from Russia?
Very possibly,
Should we go
yes.
with that one?
Uzbekistan?
Uzbekistan has got to be somewhere around there. And then, what about is Liechtenstein a member of the EU? Yeah.
Yes, it is, yeah.
So Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, isn't Iceland? Is that a country? No, that's an island. Never mind. Carry on.
They're all European ones I'm thinking of.
So Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, and where else is around there? What about like Jordan or anywhere around there?
Oh, my geography's not that
Jordan.
good.
You know my geography's
I
awful.
know.
10 seconds. Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, and can't think of somewhere else. Jordan? No, that's an Arab.
OK,
No, but it would be.
that's your time up. We were looking for non-EU countries that border the EU. I now need your 3 answers.
Okay, we're not really sure
No, we're not.
on any of them. We're going to try Jordan,
Jordan,
Uzbekistan,
Uzbekistan,
and Tajikistan.
and Tajikistan. Of those 3, which do you think is your best shot at a pointless answer?
I think best shot would be Tajikistan.
OK,
if it is.
Tajikistan. OK, we'll put that last. Your least likely?
Jordan.
Jordan. We'll put that first.
Yeah.
OK, let's put those up on the board in that order, and here they come. We have got Jordan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan. OK, so we were looking for non-EU countries that border the EU. Your least confident shot at a pointless answer was Jordan. Remember, you only have to find one pointless answer to win that jackpot of £2,000. So let's see, Jordan, is it right? And if it is, how many of our 100 people said Jordan? This for £2,000.
Just a surprise.
OK, an incorrect answer. So, obviously not a pointless answer, which means you only have 2 chances left to win our jackpot today. Now, the jackpot is £2,000. Anne, what would you do with your £2,000 jackpot?
Obviously, Vicky would take half.
Well, indeed.
Yes. And the other half I would give to my son to make it fair-ish.
That's not fair on you, though.
No, it is.
Really?
Yes.
Well, very good.
Yeah, go on, clap.
You got a single clap there
Yeah.
from someone's son.
Yeah.
Vicky.
I've got my leavers ball on Friday, so I'd go buy an expensive pair of shoes for that. And then...
Oh, no, she wouldn't. No,
Yes, and then probably just save it for uni and build a little nest egg.
OK, well, we're looking for non-EU countries that border the EU. Let's hope nobody said your next answer, Uzbekistan. Well, that sounds like a good answer to me. Let's see. Uzbekistan, is it right? How many people said it for £2,000? No, bad luck. An incorrect answer. So everything is now riding on Tajikistan. You only have one more chance to win today's jackpot. Everything now rides on Tajikistan for £2,000. Is it right? How many people said it? Tajikistan. No, bad luck.
Oh, well.
Well, unfortunately, you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer, but you do still get to take home our pointless trophy, so very, very well done.
I'm all right with that.
You played so well throughout. There's one point there, Anne and Vicky, where one word just cost you £2,000. And that's when Vicky said to you, Annie, is Liechtenstein a member of the EU? No. And instead of saying no, you said yes. No. It isn't, and it would have been a pointless answer. Would have won you the money. Funnily enough, the Uzbekistan and Tajikistan's not the place to go on here. Uzbekistan is bordered by Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan. The 4 pointless answers are here. Andorra, which is nestled in the Pyrenees. Liechtenstein would have been a pointless answer. Moldova and San Marino. Those were the pointless answers. So very well done if you said any of those at home. But I think plenty of people would have gone on the same route as you did of some of the former Soviet republics. But actually, you want to sort of look more inside Europe rather than outside.
Well, unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to you, Anne and Vicky, but it's been great having you on the show. Thank you both very, very much for playing. Great contestants. Well, Anne and Vicky didn't win our jackpot today, so it rolls over, which means on the next show we will be playing for £3,000. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.